Okay, repurposing of content. So today on my podcast, I talked about my pillars of social media. Number one, that we live in a show me world. It's not a story selling, it's storytelling. It's a show and tell, not a show and sell. So in your posts, you can be able to explain and control your own narrative of who you are. You're your own PR company, you're your own marketing company, and can you do all this at no cost. The pillars, know the various platforms of social media, know the content on what you want to create or document what you're doing. Do both. Posting strategies, the power of the hashtag, the power of tagging people or businesses, the power of being able to have the frequency 3 to 7 times per day. Last one, engagement. Realtors say location. Social media, it's engagement. You can't have the engagement unless you have the first 3. Hopefully that's helpful. Sherm's out.
Okay, here we are, Thursday vlog. Just want to be able to recap this here before I go off to the last networking meeting. Be able to do a little bit of videoing, show me networking and work in the room. So start off the morning, worked from home, had to send out a bunch of emails, just setting up appointments. That's what I was doing this morning. And then had a lunch meeting, went off to have a one-on-one with someone talking about their overall skill set, their talents. And one thing that I would say for a lot of people is you got to believe in yourself. If you're looking for job descriptions, even if let's say you're missing 2 of those bullet points, still apply and then look at opportunities to connect with an actual human being who's in charge of that opportunity. I think a lot of people are undervaluing their ability in the marketplace. The other one, then I went to a marketing, but on the way I had a phone call with a client down all the way in Milwaukee, and we're talking about their overall situation. And then it just reminded me that it's always good to have your money diversified. Don't put it all in one asset. It's crazy just to put it in a house. It's crazy just to keep it in the bank. Make sure you're spreading it out so that way you're flexible and you have more control over your overall assets. And then I went to this marketing, and it was just good, just as a reminder of some different tips that are out there, some different resources. I was talking with the Small Business Development Center. It's actually affiliated with the UW Stevens Point down there. And I was talking with 2 of the presenters afterwards, talking to them about business development and what they see. In our community, about 20% of the workforce is in manufacturing, but it's clean manufacturing. It's not dungy, it's good lighting, it's clean. It might be hard work, it might be heavy lifting, but a lot of that now is done with forklifts and skids and other machinery that makes the heavy lifting body not as heavily there. And so it was just really good to be able to have a conversation with them about where they saw the market, where's biz dev kind of going around in this community, and then finally finished it off with this quick 1-minute post on Instagram tips. And I'm going to put them here inside. They'll be next. But the reason why I'm talking fast is because I'm trying to get it within 60 seconds. Let's go to this networking meeting. Sherm's out. Instagram tips here for 2018. Pulling this one from Ryan, link below. Number 1 is that your natural post is going to be seen by 10% of your following. Number 2 is you want to respond within 60 minutes to those comments on your post. Number 3 is to be able to encourage people to leave 4 words or more on your posts. Next is to be able to use 5 hashtags. Next, number 6 is to be able to use different kinds of hashtags so that way it's speaking specifically to that post. Next is to be able to look at your Instagram stories and make sure that you're having a presence there. Finally, number 7 is to be able to make sure that your body has the right captioning and that's greater than any of the comments that you're going to put in afterwards. And then finally is avoid editing. It's better for you to delete the entire post and then repost it. These were tips from Ryan. Hopefully they're helpful for you. Sherm's out. All right, so leaving the networking meeting, it was for this company. M3 was the one hosting it, 50 years in business. And so for me, when it comes to networking, I want to be able to have good quality relationships. There's some people, obviously, when you go to these networking meetings that you already know. And so it's good to be able to just give the nod and then go talk to other people. I did see somebody had a unique post on LinkedIn, something that they had done, and being able to pass a bill through our state senate. So wanted to be able to congratulate him. That was a big deal. It was a lot of emotion that was trapped up in that bill. It was about being able to make it mandated to be able to put on a clip when within the first 24 hours on an infant to identify if there's any heart issues. So that way surgery can be done. So it was great to be able to talk with him and be able to see that success and be able to hear the real story. after that, had some conversations with other people. I was introduced to a woman that runs an auto body shop, and she was asking, she's seen some videos of me on Facebook. So again, this is really interesting. She already knows a little bit about me because she saw me with a friend of hers. So there's a lot of value in getting yourself out there and having a presence. And again, we're using it for business, not for vanity reasons. For me, I don't see any value in the vanity side of it. I want to be able to just make sure that when I'm in a room, I don't need to introduce myself anymore. Everybody already knows me. Yes, I know that there's a name badge here, but I want people to already know who I am before I come into the door. Sherm's out.